find you acting on your best behavior. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to rule the world.
And welcome to Summoner's Rift. Whoa!
Whoa,
Disco
whoa.
Fever!
We're going to see some more turrets going down and then some freezing DoA. Are you excited about Fiora and Gangplank farming into the late game? I know you are.
No, I'm not. But we'll find something to talk about. Don't worry.
We usually do.
We do.
Which tangents would you like to go on today?
Well, I mean, there's the usual Shen, of course. I mean, there's a Rift Herald. What else? I mean, we talked about the lore a little bit. There's a lot. There's a plethora of options. A veritable cornucopia of Rito decisions we can dissect.
You know what's dark is that now we're going to have a dragon champion, I guess, who may or may not be released. I mean, it's not like we haven't been promised dragon champions before.
There's
but,
precedent that's been set with this champion.
I mean, we used to talk about Warwick killing the wolves and how that's kind of really messed up murder.
It is.
Well, what about dragons killing dragon?
It's the same thing. I mean, one could make an argument that the two-headed wolf is some sort of abomination. Warwick is just like cleansing the land of the corrupted members of his. I don't know. That all sounds really like dark when you think about it. But yeah, it's going to be awkward.
I wish I could cleanse the land of the corrupt members of my species, DoA.
It's been tried. I don't know if you want to have people think about that.
So once this Baron comes up in 20 minutes, that's going to be a pretty major factor in this game, is how well KT can just successfully bait this objective and force team fights. And it's going to be very, very scary for CJ to try and contest.
Yeah. I just heard someone try to clap for the Rift Herald going down.
No, you don't do that.
He got drowned out by everyone's harsh looks.
There'll be no clapping for Rift Herald deaths. None whatsoever.
No.
It's not a very useful objective.
I mean, he's not as helpless as the Scuttle Crab, but he's maybe less beneficial overall.
Would you clap for the Scuttle Crab?
Only if he outran someone. You know, if he won, then yeah, sure.
It's so like you wanting the crab to win.
There's no participation ribbons in League of Legends, man. Either you win or you lose.
It's too bad, otherwise NA might win something.
Oh! The burns.
And Arrow just not doing a lot of damage this game. He's basically just a peel bot right now. He'll do some, but that particular build is mostly just there for the AoE slows.
Well, if Fly and Someday and to a certain extent Score are doing enough damage, I guess it works.
The Frozen Pirate composition where everybody, Fly and Arrow, just peel using all their crowd control.
Yeah, Ice Pirates composition. Wasn't that a movie in the 80s or something?
Ice Pirates?
Yeah, Ice Pirates. I'm pretty sure it was.
Are they pirates that steal ice?
I don't know. I've never seen it. Maybe they're just pirates on sleds. Arr, we've come to take your whale blubber.
I like Ice Pirates better. Back when ice was more valuable, when you had to have an ice box, you know, and buy.
That's true.
Get your ice delivered to keep your food cold before refrigerators.
Hold the ice hostage,
So
otherwise
the ice truck just gets taken, man. All the ice ships that were out cutting the ice.
your meat would go bad. So no more ice. I feel like we're just setting up the sequel to Frozen right now.
I hope they don't make a sequel to Frozen.
Well, you know they will at some point. Probably. See, back in the day, whenever they made like Disney sequels, they all went straight to video, you know?
That was a good time.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen any of those direct-to-video sequels.
I haven't either, but I have younger siblings that indulged.
In direct-to-video animation?
There was stuff like Little Mermaid 2. I don't know where you go from Little Mermaid 1, but they tried, you know?
The Little Mermaid, the actually worst role model for women of all time.
It's like she's not satisfied with having legs anymore. Now she wants to become a bird, just have wings.
You know, falls in love with someone she's never even spoken to and then sacrifices her entire life, and also the fact that she's a princess, to go above ground to try and woo him, sells her voice to an evil witch.
Yeah, keep going.
It's just terrible.
Yeah, well, I mean, she was one of the younger daughters, so she was pretty far down on the line of succession anyway, so it probably wasn't the biggest loss for Poseidon, you know, when it all comes down to it.
Wow, making it about the men again, DoA.
Hey, it's not me, it's Disney, all right? First Nexus turret goes down. Kramer on the run. They're going to go for the kill. Fly gets him with the W. Kramer gets out somehow.
Great turrets. And trading is great for KT right now because
Okay, then.
it looks hilarious when she yells while twirling her lollipop.
It's exercise, man. There's a lot of calories in that lollipop, I bet.
Huge amount. That's an unhealthy amount of sugar, DoA.
It's like literally almost as big as her body.
Yeah, can't smoke the cigars, but you can eat an incredibly unhealthy amount of sugar.
Yeah, it's awkward.
And promote yordle obesity.
Yordle BCD?
Yordle obesity is a real problem, DoA.
Seems that way. I mean, Rumble doesn't really work out. He just rides in a suit that does everything for him.
Same with Corki. I mean, Corki's plane is basically the Yordle version of like a scooter.
It's true. It is true.
I mean, it doesn't actually fly. So.
We're just one step away from like humanity and the end of WALL-E, right?
You mean Yordles?
Right.
It's just Yordle obesity. That's the real problem. Always riding things.
Well, Gragas.
Like manatees.
Who rides those anyway? Yordles, that's who.
Undersea cowboys?
I guess. Sounds like a cartoon. CJ.
I don't get Lysandra. Why does she have a hammerhead in the first place? Is the hammerhead shark like her spirit animal or something?
It's a hat. And it's just coincidence. It reminds you of an animal. You know? You don't think there are any hammerhead sharks near Freljord, right?
Probably not. It's too cold.
Yeah,
Too cold
exactly.
for hammerhead sharks.
So, pure coincidence. Be funny if her eyes were out on the end of it, though, you know? She doesn't have those, though.
I'm actually shocked they haven't made a hammerhead shark Lysandra skin yet.
Well, warmer weather is coming. The beach party. We'll see if it comes back. Who knows? I guess probably.
Beach party Lysandra would be pretty awkward for an ice witch.
That is true. Although, I mean, she's water. She's just frozen water, so you can fit something in. Dragon time.
Uh-oh, here.
Body wants to rule the world. There's a room where the light won't find you. Holding hands.
You know, when Score is running in that intro, it doesn't look like he's really epically running anywhere. It looks like he's trying to, like, catch a crosswalk right before it goes back to red again. You know, he's like, oh, I better hurry a little bit.
Well, otherwise they have to get like a track cam to chase him along, a motorized camera.
That'd be awesome.
You can only run so fast with a steady cam. Those things are super heavy.
Oh, I know. I've used those rigs in the past, actually. They are pretty heavy, so you did immediately ate a big damage phosphorus bomb.
And a rocket. It's just really hard to...
Bubbling taking some damage to Achani, slowing him with that pillar. He's going to get poked out.
The Spiderlings picked up the bomb. I didn't know that was possible.
Apparently it is.
Baron buff goes to waste. So you, what does LeBlanc mean in French, DoA? Do you know?
I could guess, but I don't really know French, so I'd probably be wrong.
It means the white.
That's what I thought. I was going to say that, actually.
So he actually is pretty fly for a white guy in this game.
We need like a Gandalf skin then for LeBlanc. Gandalf. The white. Gandalf. I don't know.
As soon as they get those Lord of the Rings licensing rights, then get right on that.
There's a lot of licensing rights they need to work on.
Actually, I think technically Lord of the Rings is in the public domain now.
I suppose.
I don't know. It's
Did
like
the movies
70
change
years.
anything?
It's no. It's like 70 years after the books have been written. It should be when you could no longer hold the IP over that.
Well, wasn't it when a bunch of Disney stuff was going to become public domain, they changed the law to extend the copyright?
Well, they might have.
I think that may apply. But if not, oh boy, officially unlicensed Lord of the Rings expansion novels coming in. Frodo returns.
I'm sure there's enough fan fiction on the internet already, DoA.
That's right.
I mean,
The last pages are for Frodo.
Frodo and Sam, that's just, there's fan fiction about that.
Frodo and Sam, they're cops.
Yep, that's exactly what I meant, DoA.
Yep. The mean streets of Chicago. They're here to bring the justice and also bring the ring to Mordor again.
Destroying it once wasn't enough.
No. The ring's back, and this time it's personal. And that turret's going to fall very quickly. Yeah.
Wah.
Expecting a char to take off and fly away, like Thor.
The Poppycopter.
Yep. Poppycopter. That sounds like a skin.
Let's cheer up and keep this momentum going. It says ashes or arrows ash on his sunglasses.
Yeah, Peanut with the tracker's knife. Surprisingly, for Peanut. I mean, this would be normal on a lot of other junglers.
Where's the
but,
challenging smite, Peanut?
Exactly, yeah. You're not going to be able to kill people with a tracker's knife. Come on, man.
Where's your saber? I expect more out of you. Worst warding jungler.
What would be great is if wards did a little bit of damage on somebody if you dropped them on them, just so you can get that little extra damage if you need it. Style points, killing somebody with a ward, that'd be great.
To stick those wards in the ground, the bottom must be pretty sharp, so I'm pretty sure you can stab somebody with it.
It is lore appropriate.
They're actually, they're pretty much like lawn darts.
Yeah, that's true.
So I assume they're also illegal in most places.
Maybe. But Summoner's Rift, I mean, the only thing that's illegal there is cigars. Everything else is just fine.
Lawn darts are okay.
Lawn darts, high-powered weapons, drugs, alcohol. Just no smoking, please.
Especially violence. Violence is encouraged, in fact.
Yeah, man.
Well, not in the current meta, actually.
Well, that's true. It's only
the pacifist meta.
It's only encouraged on defenseless animals. Like the poor Rift coward. Just wants to amble around the river, but he can't because people keep beating him up.
I don't know how I feel about the phrase "amble around the river."
Well, that's what he does.
Rivers are not meant for ambling.
Well, this one is. You can't deny that this river is designed specifically for ambling.
It's not much of a river. It's more of a creek or a shallow pool.
This creek is made for ambling.
It's not going to amble all over you, though.
No. It'll just get ambled all over. Hello, Krug. Thanks for visiting.
He's not visiting. He's always there. We visit the Krug, really, don't we, though, with the camera?
We do. The Krug should be grateful to see us.
It's usually not grateful, though, when it sees us, because that probably means it's dying.
Well, I mean, we're not the ones doing it, though. At least not while we're casting, anyway.
We're still watching it as it dies every time. We don't get to see it for most of the game.
Impassively, uncaring towards its plight. The plight of the Krug.
So much terrible violence. Terrible, pointless violence.
What can Krugs do against such reckless hate?
Everybody just wants to kill them for their gold.
Yep. Maybe that's the deal with Krugs. They're made of rock, but maybe that rock has gold inside of it, So it's really not killing the Krug so much as mining the Krug. If you put it like that, it doesn't sound so bad, does it?
The mining the conscious rock, that's awful.
Yeah. Well, you know, in Korean, when you talk about taking a buff or taking a camp, they use the verb that means to eat.
I do know that.
You eat the dragon, you eat the baloo buff, you eat the
The
Krugs.
baloo buff.
The baloo buff. You know, the bear from the Jungle Book, he's in there somewhere. I don't know.
Do you get to sing Bare Necessities when you eat the baloo buff?
it's the Krug necessities. Season 7 spoilers, sorry. The baloo buff.
Especially before the Aegis of the Legion comes in, should allow the Rumble and Victor combination to do extreme damage in team fights too.
Isn't it Abyssal Scepter?
Abyssal Scepter, yes, you're right.
The Abyssal Staff sounds like a bigger, more powerful version, you know?
I actually like to think of it as some sort of demonic employment.
I was gonna say like the boardroom in the underworld.
That's what the devil has.
Yeah.
He has his office with the Abyssal Staff.
His Abyssal Staff. That's true. Of course, he has his his czars too, like the president has. He has his Ice World Czar. He has his torture by gluttony czar. Typical afterlife stuff with your Abyssal Staff.
The Minister of Sin.
That's right. The Cabinet of Darkness. It's very organized, surprisingly.
We got to. Look how many people you have to
That's
process.
Right. Uh-huh. That's true. They're like, well...
Deciding how to torture all of them is difficult.
Whoa, here comes a package, and Trace completely caught out. Special delivery. What can Prey do for you?
Well, they have to at this stage, DoA. They don't have too many more options unless they want to live under the specter of 5th Dragon for the remainder of this game.
Nobody wants to live under that specter.
It's a very scary ghost.
Yeah. Apparently nobody wants to watch the movie Spectre either, I heard.
I've seen all the James Bond movies, and I've been putting that one off for so long because everybody just tells me it's terrible.
Same here, yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but the word on the street isn't too positive.
To be fair, most James Bond movies are terrible, so. But in a charming Sean Connery way.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they've been charming in a Sean Connery way. I'll just stick to my Fast and the Furious franchise. Those movies
Will
never
you?
get old. Oh, yeah.
That's a sentence that you said. Those movies never. The Fast and the Furious movies never get old.
Dude, totally my guilty pleasure franchise, man. I love those movies.
I've only seen one.
They're great.
And not the first movie. I was talking about one. I was talking about Tokyo Drift. That's the single movie in the Fast and the Furious franchise that I have seen.
I like that one. It's fun. If you're into Tokyo and drifting, I guess. It is good.
Which I take it you are, from the fact you never get tired.
Well, you know me and my drifting habits. Well, Peanut tried to predict the dodge and just kind of shot the cocoon off the wrong side.
He knew he hadn't been seen, though, so that was just straight up a misplay.
Those close range skill shots are, for some reason, if you're not moving, they're super hard to hit. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's
you.
It's me, obviously. Believe it or not, I'm not a pro gamer. But no, I mean, when somebody's walking up to you in a bush like that, I don't know, maybe Twitter can back me up on this. It feels like if you're not moving at the time, you're just standing there aiming it. For some reason, that makes it hard to hit. I don't know. I don't know why. I'd like to think I'm not the only one that feels this way. If I am, whatever, man. I can hit you while I'm moving easier.
Oops. Peter took the blue buff right there.
Outclassed, and it does seem like a stylistic mismatch, right? All right, well, everyone's just going to say.
His lanes right there. Looks like communication broke down for just a minute because Kuro had no mana.
Well, Trace doing a lot of damage to Smeb here, but takes a turret hit. Then here comes the TP. Might not even need it. Mine. Kuro decides that he deserves that kill. Flashes in for it.
Some more pressure on the map and possibly a Baron right now. They weren't quite able to kill either of those
this-
tier 2 turrets. Oh, they get it. They get
TP
it.
coming in. I'm just thinking about the Ezreal poke, man.
What do you think about it?
I think it's pretty strong, but looks like it doesn't matter. He couldn't get there in time. I thought it'd be a little bit quicker. No.
Rox Tiger's doing a great job of that, just denying the fourth at all possible times. There are fourth deniers like Han Solo, not believing that the Force is a thing.
He came around eventually.
I think
Yeah.
Han Solo must be like the Star Wars equivalent of the people who believe the Earth is flat. Because
Well, I mean,
20 years earlier, the Jedi were literally on the home planet in the center of the galaxy. Everyone clearly knew that they existed.
yeah, and I mean Han Solo is from Corellia, which is one of the more central planets. So he should have been well aware of the factual evidence of Jedi.
He must have been like 20 years old. And do they not have video
Yeah.
cameras showing all the cool space wizard stuff that the Jedis do? So he must be some sort of...
Well, there was a holovid of Anakin slaughtering younglings.
Oh, yeah, so
So we know. Prey caught up.
impressive that despite having all of these advantages, SKT hasn't been able to pick up the wins. There's Snowflower. It is his birthday on the 24th, so a lot of cakes from various fans.
Snowflower and Sangyun, that superstar duo in the bottom lane. Not necessarily superstar to Champions fans, but of course very well known for their streaming premise, ironically on Africa, of course. They made that very clear in their interviews 2 days ago. Please subscribe to our channel. Please like the broadcast. Shameless are the Africa freaks. Finally, a little bit of time to talk about the good old Jungle Rumble. Once again, not Jungle Rumble, Rumble in the Jungle. That's not happening, sadly. But
Why has that yet to happen?
I don't know. Maybe they think that the voice will tilt people, because honestly, the voice samples from Super Galaxy Rumble in English or Korean.
So
super
annoying.
Whenever you step away from your PC, tab out, and then come back, and there's this anime character shouting like, "Wait, what? Oh, okay, it's just the start of the game. It's just Super Galaxy Rumble."
I hate that skin so much.
That's the point, I think. Really.
Now from SK Telecom, they want to get this. What a huge line of traps right there.
New Caitlyn.
The Caitlyn DMZ has been erected.
No asterisk for this victory. No blank. No scout. That was the full SKT roster. And Afrika were the winners.
That's right. So let's hear from the Afrika Freaks on their nice little victory over SK Telecom. Robin will be here to translate. Take it away.
Thank you very much, guys. And as surprising as it is that SKT lost today, I'm actually more surprised by the 5 people standing in the MVP booth, as no one has informed me previously. Pay me more, OG.
5 times the work.
Anyways, let's get right to the interviews as all 5 members of Afrika. Back in Anarchy, Faker won the match, and in the interview, Faker said Mickey should try harder, and I actually did try really hard, and with the confidence from the practice, I came into this match, and that's why we were able to win, I think. Finally, and I think Faker should try harder.
And what is it about birthdays, Montecristo? Because happy birthday, Lost Boy. 2-0 win over SK Telecom. Suddenly, Snowflower's birthday. Another victory over SKT.
We'll see if that trend continues. No, PapaSmithy, this is the reason why we don't... Oh, holy cow!
Well,
Wow. The combo. And
Here
Ambition
we
now
go.
just going to go toe-to-toe with Nuclear. Smoke Grenade's going to miss. He actually jumps right into the True Shot barrage.
it's in much of them. We're seeing a replay of this fight. Nice moves from Crown.
Man, that GP ult was just bad.
Well, especially because they could have just been getting it onto the members taking Baron, but instead, no. Oh, here we go.
Wow, I didn't even see that.
Well, finally, do you have anything to say to your girlfriend? She says, "Thank you, I love you." And there she is.
First ever buff girl for Champions.
That's right. They've been dating for years now.
순자 처음에 얘기했던 것처럼
Like I said, when we first met Stitch, I think it's beneficial to each other if it isn't a competition, but we keep pushing each other to our best. And he says, I hope we keep improving. Must be cool to win now that he's not in Dignitas.
That was from Robin, by the way, guys.